Hey everybody, this is kind of an impromptu video. I wasn't going to do one. I had a special one in mind, but we had to go up to Tehachapi. I had to help my daughter out with some stuff around her house, and anyway, truth be told, there was a lot of stuff to do. And not a ton of stuff, but there was a stuff. And we helped babysit the critters, the grandkids, and that type of stuff. So, Grammy and I got a little run down, but that's fine, just part of life. So it's about 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. Nothing better to do, so I thought I'd step into the bunker and hunker down and do a whiskey review on the whiskey. It's already open. It's not. I'm not cracking it open, just for tonight. But I haven't done a review on it. And I have a kind of a pricey cigar. I think it was $11. Camacho. Yes, sir. Triple Maduro. Right here, Camacho. I don't know if you can read it. Triple Maduro. Hand-built cigar. So let me take off the tiny little band that holds the ragged edge together. And I got a new knife. It's really nice. It's not an assisted opening, it's just a pocket knife. It's a very, very sharp. There it is. We're going to trim the butt end of the cigar to expose the soft underbelly. Got a good draw. The close of the knife, there's a little depression on the back. You push it in and the knife closes easily. It also opens pretty easy with one hand. It's one-handed opening. I have to oil it. I haven't oiled it. It's brand new. Brand new knife. Matches, M-A-T-C-H-E-S. One more. So, I made the colossal mistake of leaving these on my table, and apparently they've gotten damp. That's affected how they light. But yeah, don't leave matches out in the damp. Not that it's damp, but it's a little damp. It's a bold cigar. It's relatively mild. It's not hot. It's got a nice draw. It's got all the Maduro flavor I like. It's yeah, a little nutty flavor. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Very good. Now whiskey. At an estate sale, 2 estate sales. Oh, that's 2. That's more than 2. So we went to a couple of estate sales, and I bought 3 bottles of whiskey, and I bought an empty bottle. One of which, as I'll show you during the review, one of the reviews, is a World War II Japanese sake bottle, still corked. It's empty, of course, that an American GI brought back from the Philippines, or one of the Pacific Islands, not necessarily the Philippines, as a war prize. And a very big bottle, about this tall, and yeah, somebody probably brought it back to the United States and drank it. I mean, why wouldn't they, right? Free. Well, I'm not going to say it was free. I'm going to say that sake bottle, if it came from a Pacific island, was probably pretty expensive, if you catch my drift. But that's the empty bottle. I got 3 bottles of whiskey. One just cracked me up. I had to buy it. It had whiskey in it. It was about a half full. And, God, it was so flippin' funny I had to get it. I'll do a separate review on that one. The other 2, the gentleman who had passed, didn't make his own whiskey, but he blended his own whiskey. So both these bottles are corked. One of them's really corked. I'm going to need a corkscrew or an obi to get the cork out. The cork is in there. It's jammed in the neck. The other one has a stopper in it which is easily removed, but it's full to the top. And I haven't opened it, but the people at the estate sale assured me there was whiskey inside. So we'll find that out together. So without further ado, let's get crack-a-lack. Behave. In keeping with the season, it is October. I got this Skull shot glass. And something probably everybody will recognize is a bottle of Crown Royal Super Bowl 51 whiskey. Right here. Crown Royal Super Bowl 51 whiskey. Let's look inside. I've already opened this. Let me move this up. Right there. There you go. Crown Royal Super Bowl 51 whiskey. Okay, it says Fine Deluxe, a blended Canadian whiskey, product of the Crown Royal Distillery Company at Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's 80 proof. And with a standard of exceptional smoothness, a standard of excellence for Canadian whiskey, a blend of distinct full-bodied Canadian whiskeys matured to perfection in white oak barrels. Yes, and once again, drink responsibly. And if I open this bottle, the fumes will destroy the ozone, cause permanent inversion layers, drought, global warming, and will cause kittens to lose their fur and go blind in their first week of life. So let's open it. Yes, it's got that. It's got that smell. I smell. Let's get a better handle on it. Can you see it? Let's get it. I smell a very dark lounge with dark leather booths and sturdy oak tables, dimly lit by artificial kerosene lamps that have yellow bulbs in them to create ambiance. And there's paintings, hang on, paintings on the wall of ships and stout men hunting ducks. Let me get to see what else I can glean from this. Yes, there's a smell of Players Navy cut and Export A, I think. Yes, I think that's it. And a little cheap perfume, kind of like can't quite get the brand. Not quite White Shoulders. It's which isn't a cheap perfume, but the clone's a knockoff. Okay, so let's get a sip from this this skeletal guy here. As you can see by my lack of hacking and wheezing, it is exceptionally smooth. There's little to no Kentucky hug. Yes, so to my friends to the north, I'd like to say that this is actually pretty good. It's nice and smooth, just like the bottle size it is. And if you like to watch all things Canadian, I think Cold War Motors on YouTube, Cold War Motors. Scott is the name of the proprietor of Cold War Motors. And Strong's Garage. If you like cars and everything cars, now I'm not talking about, you know, tin-plated, sheet, vacuum-formed Teslas or, you know, Lamborghinis where you need to keep a toolbox in the car to retighten everything after you drive 50, 60 miles. We're talking about solid cars, Model Ts, Model As, Kaiser Frasers, you know, 58, 59, 60 Plymouths, you know, rock hard, solid cars, you know, that people are driving around 70 to 80 years after they were built. Yeah. And my Packard video will drop on Saturday. So, well, by the time you see this video, it's already out. It's already out. So, really good. Salute, portute, everybody. It's very good, very good. Here's the problem. With a large cigar, you have to be on it. And I hate to do this, but I don't want it to go out. So today's lighter is a willow. And this willow belonged to a guy named Andrew, stationed at Camp Fuji in Japan in 1953. I don't know how well you can see it. It's engraved. There it says willow on the bottom. It's very similar to a Windmaster cigar, cigarette lighter, the way it's designed. It's actually a Japanese copy of a Windmaster. And I prefer Windmasters over Zippos. Hands down, any day of the week. If there was a selection of Windmasters, a selection of Zippos, and somebody said, okay, I need you to pick a lighter to take on a 6-month survival course, Windmaster would win out every time. Not only does it keep fluid fresh for a long time because of the way this is designed. Also, the lid is not held on by 2 or 3 spot welds and a little hinge with a piece of wire in it. Not that Zippos are bad, lifetime warranty, can't fault that, but oh man. The higher quality tobacco, the shorter it can remain unsmoked. It'll go out. So for today's nugget of information, tobacco comes in grades, from grade AAA to grade F. There is quadruple A tobacco, but I've never seen it. F, class F, being the highest quality tobacco. AAA is basically whatever's left over from making cigars and cigarillos and you know, like Black and Mild and crap. They sweep that up and make cigarettes out of it. No wonder people really get sick smoking cigarettes, because God knows what's in that, like floor sweepings, pencil shavings, you know, little bits of hair, you know, cat toenails, you know, dead insects, you know, and it's all ground up and stuffed in a cigarette. And then cigarette paper is just cheap white paper impregnated with chemicals to keep it burning. So when you set the cigarette down, it doesn't go out. And that way, they can sell you more. When you're talking to somebody and it burns out in the ashtray. So not only are you smoking floor sweepings, but you're also smoking a chemically impregnated paper. As a matter of fact, during the Second World War, there was a company that marketed cigarettes that were water resistant. So if you were a soldier on the march, you could smoke in the rain, and the paper didn't get wet when rain hit it. What could you possibly put in paper to make it waterproof that's safe to smoke? I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But I don't think they stayed on the market long. I've only seen one pack in my life, and that was at $200. It was unopened, of course. So anyway, this is going to be short and sweet. Crown Royal. It's everything it says it is. It's smooth. It's got a good flavor. It's got that lounge aroma. Camacho cigars. F-grade tobacco. Triple Maduro. I'm not disappointed with it. Like I was those Victor Sinclair or whatever the hell those things are. they're still hydrating. I'll review one here. I think when we do one of the weird whiskeys. But the one you're not going to want to miss. You're not going to want to miss. And we're going to have a guest star. A famous guest star. I mean, the second you hear his voice, you know exactly who it is. All right? So, let me down the hatch. That was good. Bill doesn't need a second dollop tonight. This might go camping with us, I don't know. I have a lot of whiskey, and I can't possibly drink it off because I don't drink that much whiskey. I might have a shot before I go to bed, but I've had my shot for tonight. So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I know it was short notice, like it always is, very short notice. Here you are, you're watching me. There might only be 10 or 20 of you that ever watch this video, but you know what, that's okay, because I don't do it for the money. I do it because I want to do it, because I want to do it for you, and last but not least, I want to do it because I was bored crapless tonight. I mean, there was nothing on television. You know, Oak Island's down, everything is off. Oak Island is off, Deadliest Catch is off. There was a new Forged in Fire, which I watched, and that was pretty good. But, you know, that 1 hour Forged in Fire is not a whole night worth of television enjoyment. And my wife wanted to sew in there, and she needed to watch the videos on how to correctly operate her sewing machine. So once again, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to click subscribe. Wait, am I doing this right? Don't forget to click subscribe, and way over here the little bell, you know, ding, 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 ding. You know, so you get all the notifications whenever this video is going to show up. And watch some other videos while you're at it. Watch another whiskey review. Watch one of the Epicurean Trails. You know, I do some dumb stuff, and you may think it's funny. You may think it's sad. I don't know, and I really don't care. But thanks for watching, and you know, next time we'll see you. So ciao for now. It didn't turn off. What the hell's wrong with this thing? It's supposed to turn off. Turn off.
If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place!
Yes, look to Packard for the easiest handling car ever built. America's new choice in the fine car field.